Hey everybody, it's John Frost with the Disney Vlog. I'm here at Disney's Hollywood Studios in front of the Chinese Theater and the Hyperion Theater. And over there is Star Wars Launch Bay and the Little Mermaid, Voyage of the Little Mermaid Theater. So surrounded by theaters. Of course, I'm at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The sun has come down. Got an almost full moon tonight. It's a beautiful night, just a little breeze. It was mid-80s earlier. And the park, I think this is one of my favorite parks to be in at night. Lots of neon, lots of fun stuff to see. So let's go take a quick look around. And we'll walk over, we'll peek into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, see what's lit up over there at night. We'll come and circle back around and we'll head out to the main gate and go home and get a little sleep. Got a big day of racing tomorrow with Formula One in Japan and Talladega for NASCAR. So it's kind of my, other than Disney, I'm a little passionate about those big races. So, hey Jared, hey Carol, thanks for joining me. Turn this around here and we'll go off on our little journey. So, of course, as I was talking about the moon, it went behind the clouds. But what you gonna do? So I tried one of the new plant-based food options tonight. Actually, it's not new; it's been around. But it was ABC Commissary. You know, they're doing that new dinner thing where you put your order in, and then they give you a little pager to bring out to your table, and they bring your food to you. It's a slightly nicer experience. You get a little service. They'll clean up after you. You don't have to bust your own dishes. So that's nice. I will say though that I was not impressed with the French fries. So I ordered the plant-based California burger. It's good. The burger is very good. They punched up the flavor than what their old Beyond Burger version was. So it's a little bit more spicy, some extra onions and peppers in there, and a nice vegan mayo sriracha sauce. So I kind of enjoyed that. And then rather than the regular French fries, they had these slightly thicker fries, and they were seasoned. And I enjoyed the seasoning and the thicker French fries. They were like right on the edge of being properly cooked and were just a little warm. They weren't really hot. So, and then the table next to me, there was like a mix-up with their order, and so it's just a weird experience. But for the price, just to sit down and kick up your feet and have some air conditioning, that was actually pretty good. So this is weird. So. We have the sign for Path of the Jedi, and I don't know when the last time Path of the Jedi was open. They should just take that down because I don't think it's ever going to open again. But then here they've changed this sign into a little advertisement for Muppet Vision 3D.
Stuff like that.
Which is good because even though that's an old attraction, people should go see it. It's cute. It has the Muppets. The Muppets are funny. The jokes are good. You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll kiss $5 goodbye. And you'll support the Muppets. Less than 5 minutes to meet Olaf. With Frozen 2 coming out in just a couple months, you think that line would be a little longer. I have a drink in my hand. Otherwise, see, a drink. I have a drink in my hand, otherwise I would go see Olaf. Because 5 minutes. For those wondering, it's root beer. Now that I'm vegan, I don't drink a lot of soda. So when I do drink soda, I want something that is kind of a little bit of a, I don't know, sin's the wrong word, but guilty pleasure. So I want the good flavors. So forget that Diet Coke stuff. Root beer, Barks root beer, light ice. That's my order. All right, so over here on the right, they're building a new expanded version of the restrooms, I believe, which is needed. And then as you come around the corner, they're doing just a little bit more work on the sidewalk here. So I think they're, make this a little more friendly for accommodate more guests in this area. And then there's the baseline tap house, which is very popular, not just for the beers, but lots of good bar type foods in there. Charcuterie, the pretzel with beer cheese is pretty spectacular. I can't have the beer cheese anymore, but before I was vegan, I had it. It was very good. And of course, you can get some delicious beers right off the tap in there. So I'm going to tell you, I was walking through Star Wars Galaxies Edge earlier today, and just feeling, first of all, it was busy. The wait to get on to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run was about 70 minutes. They had the single rider line open, but it too got busy and they shut it down. So, and the stores were busy. There's a wait to get into a Cantina, into Droid Factory. Lots of people walking around with lightsabers, like this woman in front of us. So, and then what I also saw that just warmed my heart was lots of people in costume. So you can't go full on Jedi robes, and you can't wear a mask, but you can wear the Jedi pajamas or whatever the hell you want to call it. You can dress up like Rey, or as one cute little girl did, she dressed up like BB-8, and all the characters interacted with her. She had the best time, and I had a great time just watching her have a great time. And my heart grew 3 sizes today just watching all that happen here in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It's a mind. You have to shift your mind a little bit. That it's more than just a theme park land. It is really, you're coming here to visit this other world, this other planet, and you're engaging with the citizens and the Resistance and the First Order as they would be on Batuu in the Star Wars stories. So there's no photo opportunities. Instead, you might have a Chewbacca growling contest to see who can growl and sound the most like Chewbacca, which I saw earlier today. It was very cute. You might get detained by the First Order stormtroopers, or you might see the Resistance Fighter V trying to evade First Order officers. So you find yourself in the middle of the story, and I'd like to see more of that. There's small amounts of that right now, but when you encounter it, when you see it, that's the best part of being here. And so my hope is that when Star Wars Rise of the Resistance opens, which is right here. Hi, Michael. So I've never been here when they needed to use the virtual queue. But they do have signs at the entrance that tell you whether or not they are using the virtual queue. So maybe they have needed to use it. But today they didn't need it. It was pretty busy, but it wasn't that busy. It wasn't definitely so busy that you couldn't walk around if they didn't limit the number of people in here. So here is the entrance to sound. That resistor is making sound. So here's the entrance to Rise of the Resistance. It's dark, but sometime between now and December 5th, when it will officially open, there may be some soft openings. A little later, my understanding is that things are going swimmingly on the attraction. There's some detail work, but the actual attraction parts of the attractions are in testing. So that's really cool. Now, the other really neat thing I absolutely love about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge are the cliffs. cliff work over here. I mean, I'm just going to pause here for a minute. It's very blue, very, very blue on the Facebook Live, but it's kind of a turquoise here in life as I'm looking at it with my eyes. And, you know, I met Zolt Hormé, and there's an interview with him on our YouTube channel, or you can find it on the blog as a blog post as well. And, you know, he and his team were responsible for this sort of cliff work, you know, this environmental creation. They not only did the cliffs, you know, they did things like these benches over here that you can't really see right now because it's dark. But, you know, they did the spires, you know, and they were also responsible for the Radiator Springs cliffs and the Pandora cliffs. And so that team kind of has grown and become more skilled as time goes on and able to create these things that, you know, it feels otherworldly, but it also feels very, very real, like that, you know. So, anyways, I'm really, really impressed. And if you haven't been here yet, definitely make a point to come back here after dark and look at the cliffs during the day, and come back at night and see how the different lighting and shadows play. It's pretty impressive. So here's one of the X-Wings. The other X-Wing is in the attraction. You won't see it until you've gone through the queue and they're about to blast off into space as a as a recruit of the Resistance.
Right there, Jerry.
And then here is this kind of forested transition between the Resistance camp and the Black Spire outpost, where eventually you might encounter the First Order. But you'll also see, you know, the citizens of Batuans. And over here's the market, which is illuminated beautifully at night. Absolutely beautifully. And here's another example of the cliffs and how they light up so magically at night. The spire there. All right, so they actually have a photo pass out here. Go ahead and take a holo scan of you, which will be available on your data pad later for download. But I mean, there's definitely elements of, you know, Middle Eastern and Moroccan bazaars, but at the same time, it feels Star Wars. It feels like you're on a desert planet, or on a, you know, planet far away. And if you stand here, you know, in one spot long enough in the market, you'll hear little story elements going on. For instance, this unit right here, you'll sometimes hear a Wookiee, or a worker rather, going around in there, banging around, trying to do some work. And from up over here, I have heard a Wookiee roaring and clanging around like they're trying to fix something. So it pays to pause and just listen, and you never know what you're going to hear. So I'm going to keep going because battery's kind of low, so I'm going to try and get through as much of this as I can tonight. Just kind of want to show off the nighttime elements. You know, you can go to my blog and YouTube, and we've got other videos during the day, but I don't really have a good one walking around at night. So here's the Toydarian Store, which I love, and again, I'm not going to spend a ton of time in here, but there's a whole, see that window up there? There's a whole story that goes on in that window. So if you just kind of stand near the register and listen, you'll hear the whole story. But also, if you look up in the store, you'll see the story of the Star Wars saga retold through toys. So We have the Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber battle over there. You have a pod racer. You have Millennium Falcon going through the asteroid field. You have Jabba's yacht, Star Destroyer. You even have from the Phantom Menace, the Nabooian fighters. So just so much to see, and if you don't pause and take it in, you're going to miss it. So, anyways, nighttime in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So the marketplace, beautifully lit. I love it. Here goes some stormtroopers. If you have not tried the popcorn, the Outpost mixed popcorn, you're missing out. There appear to be a lot of Alabamans in town tonight. I wonder if there's a football game. So the other thing about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is there's all these stage spaces that Imagineers built in, and I think that's one of the untapped potentials of the land. I would like to see them bring in some little mini shows. V evades the First Order, or Rey is leading a search for other Force wielders. There's just all sorts of great opportunities to do these shows. They could have a pirate incursion. Could have a marketplace where they're sharing, selling little doodads or food. Oh, there's V. Oops, she's going right by me. Anyways, so that's how Star Wars Galaxy's Edge works. You're walking around, and the stormtroopers go by you. They're detaining somebody with a lightsaber, and then you walk a few more feet, and there's V rushing around, and she's going to rescue the guy from the stormtroopers. And if you want to follow along, you can, or you could just continue and go on with your life. Like go into Doc Undar's here and see some of the amazing high-end merchandise. So over here is one of my favorite places in all of Black Spire Outpost. It's a very popular spot to get your photo taken.
See, this is what kills
because
me is I've only been in 10 years. Sorry.
Right down below us is the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy, the Millennium Falcon. And I hear if you're willing to wait, you might even be able to pilot the thing. That's pretty cool. So right now this says standby wait time is about 40 minutes, which is probably true. There's no fast pass, so the standby queue moves pretty quick. And then there's also a single rider line, which also moves pretty quick and divides in half. Up, I'm being followed.
I could be a droid tech. Probably need a droid.
All right. So the lights over here are pretty cool too. And you can't go over there, but I have seen some of the character actors jump on the other side of the fence and work on the Millennium Falcon, get it ready for launch. That's pretty cool. Of course, it's a very popular photo spot. As you can see, somebody that bought went through the Savi's Workshop lightsaber experience earlier today. Bringing their lightsaber out here and getting some photos with it. And in the background there's the queue. They're using some of the overflow queue area. And then down this way, just under that bridge, is the entrance to Igas Cantina on the left. There's a little bit of a line to get in there. Right now it's a 2-drink maximum. And you may end up having to share your table with another party. But you can get in there and watch, listen to the music, take in the atmosphere, enjoy your drink, maybe buy a collectible mug, which is pretty cool. And down at the end, there's you can just barely see it. There's a first order ship. So that's cool. And up at the top of Docking Bay 7, there's another ship. You can see they were testing the engines there. So anyways, I really love this area at night. So this is a kind of a awkward user design over here. This is the ramp for wheelchairs and strollers, because otherwise you have to go all the way back down, all the way around the marketplace and come back through Black Spire Outpost if you want to get down to the entrance for Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Anyways, there's the exit. Hello, Carter. Have you been to Galaxy's Edge yet? Here's the main entrance. It says flight crews wanted. Single rider line is open. I haven't seen anybody go in it, so it might be pretty short right now, actually. They do also have some people going up the fast pass queue. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. So here's Millennium Falcon. It is, as you would say, life-size. Look at that ramp. Looks like you can just walk right up there and board the ship. Fly off into space. Evade a few TIE fighters and save the day. So I'm going to head out. Oh, I'm going to exit the Toy Story Land exit. But there's still a few more fun details to see over here. So this is a popular photo pass spot. Look, we got four First Order stormtroopers hanging around over here. So this first order ship in front of us here has not been seen in any Star Wars movie yet, but I think it's the TIE Fighter Enforcer. And if you've seen the trailer for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, you'll see Rey running down a desert plateau with one of these chasing her, and then she leaps over it, and that's pretty cool. And occasionally you may see some ship just flew overhead. Did you catch that? Occasionally you may see Kylo Ren come up on that stage, and they do a quick little show. I don't know if anything's going to happen right now, but I love the way it's lit up with the red lights. It's pretty fantastic. Over here is the blue and green milk bar. Definitely worth trying. I have not tried it with the alcohol. I may try it with the alcohol. That may improve the taste. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing like blow my mind either. So maybe it doesn't. Maybe it needs the alcohol. I don't know. So you got refreshers. And over here to the right is the Droid Shop. More troopers engaging in the front of the Droid Shop. And here, look at this view. I'm going to pause here so you can take it in. So you got the moon. We got some of the spires. We got the buildings of the marketplace there. And that's kind of an iconic Star Wars shot, if I've ever seen one. All right. So we'll keep going here. It's a little hard to see, but it's a crater over there with a crashed spaceship inside of it. It doesn't light up at night, so if you're not here during the day, you may not notice it. And then, like entering from the other side, there is this really smooth transition. It takes a little longer on this side, but you go from rock that's been blasted out with some sort of laser digging tool to more natural rock spaces, and then you transition out of the rock to just landscaping, and then bam, Buzz Lightyear. Dun dun dun. Hi, Brian. You're gonna be here in 2 weeks. We'll leave lights on for you. We won't unplug everything. So, quite a transition from Star Wars to Toy Story, but it works. It's okay. I mean, it's not any rougher than any other transition in a Disney theme park. I do like the new kind of mini Toy Story land marquee here. And I also like how Alien Swirling Saucers is definitely better at night than it is during the day. Get a few extra lights in there. Not saying it moves any faster, but you know, there's a little more show when the lights contribute to it. So Buzz is on this side, on the space side, Star Wars. And Woody is on the other side, where they're going to be building a new Woody's Roundup Barbecue restaurant. So looking forward to that. It's being built in what was previously a backstage space. So it's a little hard to tell what progress is being made, but we do know they demoed the backstage buildings, and so hopefully they're doing groundwork and getting ready to go vertical. Who knows? Somebody should tell Disney that one of their lights is out. See that Tinker Toy set there? There's a lamp, a light, spotlight in that. That's supposed to be lighting that alien over there where Jessie is taking photos in front of. Someone call Disney and report a lighting crime. And Slinky Dog coaster. It's a great coaster. There it goes right there. I'm sorry. And there's maybe we counted like 6 or 7 different light shows. So the track lights up in different ways at night. So you can stand on the bridge, see how it lights up. And you won't be bored while waiting for whoever's on the coaster to make their way through the queue. Love the giant Luxo ball here. It's lit up nicely for night. Makes it a good place to meet your party or take a selfie. There's a giant queue for Toy Story Midway Mania that's never fully used, although there does seem to be people in the exterior queue today. I don't know if they're just holding people outside of the building. Looks like they're holding people outside of the building. But the queue to meet Woody and Bo Peep is pretty long too. Now, I have a kind of great detail on Jessie. I'm not going to get too close because these aren't my kids, but Bo Peep, has a ton of great detail. She's got the little doohickey on her arm and a band-aid on the other arm where her porcelain arm was broken. And if you remember the internet, everybody was like, oh, she has this really creepy face, but it actually works in person, sort of. Still kind of creepy because it's plastic, it looks porcelain, it's shiny, and her eyes are kind of a little bit thing. So, and the PhotoPass person for no reason is telling me to move along, which is ridiculous. So, anyway. I was not taking pictures of the kids. I was keeping it on the face of the characters. So, and there's Buzz Lightyear. So, it's nice and cool out tonight, but it's pretty sure it's torture for the poor actors that have to hang out in those suits when it's 95 or 100 degrees and 95% humidity in Central Florida. Anyways, there's Woody. And right on the other side of the little berm of bamboo there, that's where the...
a nice big Andy's backyard welcome.
Thank you, Andy. They're much nicer than that PhotoPass woman was.
There's a snake in my boot, but that's not going to stop me from welcoming all you new toys to Andy's backyard.
Nor should it. So, as I was saying, behind that bamboo hedge over there is where the barbecue restaurant's going to go. So, excited for that. Bring it on. Air-conditioned, sit-down, Toy Story themed service. Yeah, I think that'll do really well. Alright, there's the moon again. And to our left, I think it's closed already, but to our left is Walt Disney Presents. And they have a special preview for Maleficent in there, which comes out October 18th. You can go to the blog and watch a couple special trailers and see how Angelina Jolie prepares for the world premiere, which is a pretty funny video. She's got a good sense of humor about herself, I think. And so I did go see the preview earlier today, and it's not that long, so you're not committing a whole bunch of time to it. And it does give you kind of the what's the word? The inciting incident for the movie. It's not that so Prince Philip proposes to Aurora, which, you know, sets a whole chain of events in motion, one of which is her mom, or his mom, or stepmom, is evil. So, anyway, and she's deliberately pushes. This is new, I think. I could be wrong. But look at these beautiful lampshades. So this area recently went down for refurbishment. Look at that. Those are kind of hidden Mickeys. I don't know if you could tell, but... So look at that. Let me know in the comments if you think that that's a hidden Mickey. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, that is a hidden Mickey on these Mann's Chinese Theater, Grauman's Chinese Theater themed lamps. There's one there, and there's one there, there's one there, and they've added all these fans here, and there's like little stanchions in the ground for a queue, but we're still like months off from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway opening. So I don't know what they're planning to do here with this little area. Maybe it's a meet and greet? I don't know, but they are doing some more work on the facade over here. So took some photos. I'll have them up in a little update from the park later. But there will be the Star Wars Galactic Spectacular, and I think they're still doing the animation projection show as well, World of Animation, both of which are totally worth seeing. You can't stand up here on the stage, and you probably wouldn't want to, but if you're not recording, you know, you could be here and, you know, turn your head and see the projection on that building, and turn your head and see the projection on that building, and I think you'd be fine. But if you're recording, then you're going to want to be farther back. So walk backwards here and you'll see how far back you have to be to get in the Chinese theater facade, which is easier to see since they took down 2 of the 6 palm trees, by the way. Yeah, Michael, I think it is a hidden Mickey. Someone alert the hidden Mickey guidebook. So I'm still going back, and now I'm at where the crosswalk is. So behind me is the crosswalk. It's where you can't stand because pedestrians are, and I can see both buildings fine, but the wide angle of my phone just doesn't quite capture both the side buildings. So If I go back to the other side of the crosswalk, it's a little better. So this is kind of where I like to stand, is just on this side of the crosswalk during the show. Kind of hold my phone up in front of my face, so I'm not like blocking the view of anybody behind me, but I'm high enough that, you know, I'll have a good view of the buildings, and this little extra space of the walkway between me and the people in front of me means that less of the show is being blocked. So, and then this is also, I mean, this, if you just want to watch the show in person, this whole area back to about, I know it's hard to describe, but here's one of the projection towers. If you go back any further than this, those trees over here on the right start to block that building, so you miss some of the projections. So I would not go back any further than this if I wanted to see either the Star Wars Galactic Spectacular or the World of Animation digital projection show, which I recommend you see both. So this is a large space between me and center stage up there, so you can probably fit, I don't know, 3,000 people in there. So the other little secret is people like to come up here and they'll sit down and wait for the show to start, and then like 15-20 minutes before the show starts, cast members make them stand up. That's when you want to just come up this aisle here or walk across and just either step in back of the line in front or sneak in on this side of the line behind somebody, preferably like behind somebody with a couple strollers or a wheelchair, so there's like nobody standing right in front of you blocking your immediate view. So Hollywood Studios closes at 10 o'clock tonight, and it was an extra magic hours this morning, which it is for, I don't know, the foreseeable future, I think through November maybe, for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. They have the extra magic hours for hotel guests. So you can get here as super early and get on Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run. I'm not sure how that's going to change in December, but you know, that December 5th is typically a slow week, you know, the week, but Thanksgiving is late this year. It's the 28th. So there may be a lot of people that just decide to book an extra long vacation and stay to the 5th. So maybe the week after it opens might be your best chance to get here and ride Rise of the Resistance with the least amount of wait. That's kind of I think the best plan. All right, I'm going to go. I had an absolutely fantastic afternoon at Hollywood Studios. Didn't ride a single thing, but saw the new Mickey's of Hollywood store. Saw some changes in Steve Keystone's clothiers. Spent a good 3 hours in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, just kind of people watching and enjoying people interacting with the Star Wars story elements I talked about earlier in the live. So I think there's a lot going for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I would definitely recommend getting out here and seeing it, but I hope Disney just decides to layer in a little more entertainment, a couple more shows, a little bit more opportunities for guests to interact with people from the Star Wars universe, not just people selling something in the marketplace or in a restaurant, but actual Resistance people or First Order people. So I love these light up balloons. I'm not going to pay for one, but I love them. There's a Star Wars one. There's an announcement for Phantasmic Love the neon of Hollywood Studios. Neon makes me happy. And I love Art Deco. So neon and Art Deco, although technically you wouldn't see a lot of that together at the contemporary time, they do work together here. There's Mickey, Disney and Company, or Mickey's of Hollywood as it's better known. You know, we'll just peek in there because why the hell not? I have a little video. I'm going to do more video of this up on the blog later. But there's the Mickey's of Hollywood logo as you come in. They have just 2 register areas, one by each door. They got a whole bunch of Frozen merchandise out, even though the movie's not out until November. But they're ready for people to come up and empty their wallets. And there's this beautiful Art Deco design here. So I don't know if you can see on the floor, there's this kind of herringbone pattern, and then it switches to these architectural squares, and it goes on the floor and the ceiling from where you enter all the way through to the other end. So there's this continuity that drives you through. And then the other thing they've done is it's the new style Disney store where you can see from one end to the other. There's no shelves or anything blocking your view. The highest shelf is, my chest height. So you can look all the way across. It makes it easier to see stuff on the walls. There's, the stuff on the walls is here we have plush and toys. We have headwear and candy. We have this really cute Toy Story kids shirt that I want. It's a monorail made out of a milk carton. I mean, that's pretty creative. And then this aqua is the new it color, Arendelle Aqua. There's a little video on the blog and YouTube about this. Arendelle Aqua Crocs with Mickeys on them. I don't know if I'm going to pay $55 for these, but those are pretty damn cute. I'm telling you. More headwear, Loungefly purses. This is so awesome. Scrooge Mcduck Loungefly. I don't think I would be ashamed to be wearing this around the park. Although it's hard for me to wear things on my back, but that's pretty damn cool. I mean, come on. Scrooge Mcduck. The little money bag. That's awesome. They got some really good people working in the merchandise side of things here. And of course, there's the Skyliner merchandise. R.I.P. Skyliner. Okay, it's not really R.I.P. It'll come back, but look at the coffee mug. Oh. $20 for that coffee mug. Hope you like your coffee. This is cool. I love this rainbow turbis. That's really neat. I'm not sure how efficient that top is, but oh, there we go. Maybe. It looks like that would be hard to clean. And then the Halloween merchandise down here at the other end, because everybody loves Halloween. Oh, this shirt. How come this shirt's not available in adult sizes? Hello? And it glow in the dark.
Are you guys pass holders or DVCs?
It's an awesome shirt. But I'd have to go through the incredible shrinking machine to fit in it. That makes me sad. On the other hand, these are great shirts too. Look at this. It came from below, the horror. Dare you to scream fear. And it's got the villains on there. You got Iago. And I forget the name of the eels, Ursula's eels. And then look at this scar, most terrifying scar. You look scared. Be prepared. I tell you, Disney's merchandising people, they're on it. They are on it. If I wasn't already broke, I would be even broker buying all that merchandise. So, well, that's it. I am going to sign off. Thank you for following me here tonight. I had a really good time. Ooh, super close up. You did not need to see that. I am sorry. Had a really good time here at Disney's Hollywood Studios today. If you check us out online later, be sure to subscribe or like or follow us or whatever it is you want to do. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as the Disney Blog, and of course on the DisneyBlog.com. See you on Main Street.